What's up guys, Potatoes here, and I just want to talk a little bit about this wild deck. We're coming up on a new month, and Warlock has seen a few nerfs, so now is as good a time as any to pick up this deck and check it out. I personally think that the Wild Ladder is the easiest to climb, so if you're looking to just grab some packs for the month, this is a great deck to do that with. This deck list with a couple tweaks was given to me by a Twitch viewer named MEmUrUk, so shout out to him. Of course, we're always playing MEmUrUk Fatigue DH. Now, let's talk about the deck itself a little bit. Final Showdown, coupled with a draw engine and Irebound Brute, has been a thing for quite a while. But with a few cards from Perils in Paradise, this deck becomes even more consistent. It's got the same mid-game strength as well as a new finisher in Aranna Thrillseeker. Now, the deck list is very tight, but there is a little room to tweak. Consume Magic allows for a little bit of draw, as well as can sometimes allow you to punch through a big taunt minion, stealing a win when you might not have gotten it otherwise. But you can swap this out with Eldritch Being, which is a new card, and allow you to smooth out some of the outcast stuff. You definitely don't want to get screwed with Aranna sitting in your hand on the left side. So Eldritch Being can be a big help there. There are very few other tweaks you can do. Perhaps you can drop a Fierce Outsider and put in a second Glide if you're facing a lot of combo decks and you need to shuffle away those nasty combo pieces at the right moment. Let's check out some clips so we can see what the main strategies are for this deck. One of my favorite plays involves Patches the Pilot and Felosophy. If you can get a little lucky early in the game and copy a Patches with an Outcast Felosophy, it just feels awesome. You get to shuffle in a ton of cards, get a couple 2/2s on board, and if you get lucky after this play, Patches alone can sometimes finish a couple stages of your quest. The mid-game is where this deck really starts to shine. Between mana burn and dropping as many Irebound Brutes as possible by turn 3 or 4, you are probably going to win most of your games off of this massive mid-game swing. You generating a massive board on top of limiting your opponent's most precious resource, mana. Sometimes the unrelenting pressure can make your opponent concede immediately. Sometimes your turns may be long and your APM taxed because there are so many lines at play, so many cards to be drawn, and so many things to do with this deck. But this little bit of complexity with the deck, I think, is what makes it so much fun and what makes each individual game interesting. Okay. Now for the finisher. Charge up your Glaivetar for 6 or 7 draws, throw Aranna into play, and now every piece of fatigue damage you were taking is getting redirected and thrown right back into your opponent's face or clearing their board, so that the next 7, 8, 9 damage can go to the opponent's face. I draw 7 cards here. I guess I should have played that just in case. That's all she wrote. A few notes about the mulligan. Obviously you're going to start with Final Showdown in your hand and you're pretty much going to play that the first turn every time. If you can find a Patches the Pilot, that's also a great turn to play, but a majority of the time you're looking for Sigil of Time or Paraglide in the right place in your hand. If you can get a coin into turn 2 Sigil of Time, you're almost always going to be in great shape. Or if you can drop a Sigil of Alacrity on turn 2, followed in the next turn by a Spectral Sight, that is also a great play. I've taken this deck to Legendary for 2 months in a row now without too much effort. I personally love this deck, I love playing this deck, and it has done great for me, so I hope you can try it out, climb that ladder to get the maximum amount of loot for yourself. I will leave it at that, just a couple of bonus clips that I thought were pretty fun, so I will see you in the next one. Oh, I love that play. Oh, that play is dope. Jeez. Is he just BMing me right now? What am I looking at? This guy's totally BMing me. Alright, this has 10 health. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm gonna kill this. What?